come.
Freaky fun for everyone. Sold
Leonardo, the katana blade. My God.
Attack the evil Inhumanoid, forcing him back into the earth.
Hey, the name's Boglins. You sold separately.
We battle our He-Man and Skeletor each sold separately. You put them out together.
Turn them into the light, and they change into even more powerful.
Battle against Lion-O and the new Thundercat ally.
Alright, now I know some of you are wondering, where is the classic episode? Where's that flashback episode? And the thing is, this is that big dry spell I was talking about. This big chunk where I don't have a lot of video. We are going to jump from episode 51 all the way to episode 79. So 79 will be the next one that I'm going to reassemble and put together. The problem is it's a smaller video file, and so I'm doing my best to reconstruct parts of it, because I did find... Oh, let me get that out of there. Mustache hairs going up your nose are not fun. But I did find some of the original raw video footage from it, but it's unedited, and so I have to kind of re-piece some of it together to try to make it look good, and I have to do some sharpening and some stuff. It's going to take some work. I'm working on it. I'm trying to get it together. So to hold you over until we can get 79 ready to go, since we are skipping a huge chunk, I do have a bunch of the news desks. So what I'm going to do is there's like 4 or 5 of these news desks that are from those missing episodes. So while the episodes are gone, we do have some pieces I can throw in there, and you can kind of get an idea of the evolution of the show. Even though the whole show isn't there, you can see as the news desk broke off and became its own thing, you can kind of see how that's starting to go. And so I'll throw that up there. We'll get to 79, and then we go to like 83, and then like 87 or something like that. Then we've got the Halloween special that we did, and then I think there's a review that's cut out of one of those missing episodes, and then the finale, and that's going to be it. That's going to wrap up this look back at that new toy smell, unless I can find more old episodes somewhere, unless I have another hard drive laying around, or unless more of you guys can come through with old episodes that you can find. Someone has downloaded them and re-uploaded them somewhere else, or whatever. Maybe you downloaded them and saved them. Like I said, let me know if that's you, and I'm more than happy to help try to recover some of that data or whatever. But anyway, so here are a whole bunch of news desks going through some of the news, talking about some of the different stuff. Hopefully you'll find some of this entertaining, even if the entire episodes are missing. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoy it. Hey guys, welcome back to the news desk here at That New Toy Smell. We've gotten some great feedback from you guys, and you're telling us that you like the way we do some of the graphics and the animation and the intros and things like that. So tonight we're going to try all animated intros on all our segments. That's what they're telling me. So we're going to see how that goes. And first up, Masters of the Universe Classics. That's a pretty nice little intro there. Pretty sweet. All right. First up, we have Katra. She was announced as the new figure with her photo posted online. They only showed you the back part of her. But for guys who like the back shots, you like those girly figures, and for guys who just want cooties, here's a figure for you. Next in the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Take a look at that picture. It's fantastic. All right. Next up, in other Masters of the Universe Classics news, again. The intro again. With more news. So, all right. Well, anyway, word is that Keldor, who was released without his 2000X style splitting swords, may be getting the swords this year. Scott Neelich, the toy guru at Mattel, had this to say.
While we are still not going to explore 2000X redesigned character heads in the online line, I did get some sway on the weapons, and we are going to now find a way to do the Keldor swords in classic style. Wait a minute. Online line? He just said is there an offline line? Is there a new line coming that's not going to be sold online? Is that what he's saying here too? Hidden message, folks. Maybe. You never know. Breaking news. You heard it here first. All right. Finally, another piece of Last Masters of the Universe classic news. Oh, what? All right, guys. Really? The animation again? We needed it again? You had to do it. All right. Fine. Well, the Skeletor Molar 2-pack will be returning to online... Wait, what? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man! I worked hard to get one of... Well, Pixel Dan worked hard, but I gave him the money for it, but... Come on, people had to stand in line, they had to jump through hoops. I mean, they gave a handful away online that some people had to, fight through the whole digital river mess to get, but now they're giving away more? Come on! It sucked for us getting our hands on it, it should suck for you too. God. Stupid. Alright. Well, and some possibly related Masters of the Universe classics. No, don't play it. Don't play it. Don't you dare play that again. Because I said possibly related. This is video. Don't play a video game thing. Stop. Just. THQ announced it had picked up several new licensed properties to create games for. The list includes such properties like Barbie, Hot Wheels, Polly Pocket, I'm guessing for a handheld system, and then Masters of the Universe. Now, I mean, come on. Don't get your hopes up. Some of you may think a Masters of the Universe game would be a good idea, but let's face it. Who would possibly buy a Masters of the... Oh, right, Pixel Dan. Masters of the Universe toilet paper. He bought 5 rolls. All right. Let's move on now. Galaxor and no intros. No. You guys ruined it. You ruined it. We had something nice and you ruined it. So no more animated intros. Sculpted by Ben Spencer and cast by the God Beast, Galaxor 002, which I'm guessing just means figure 2, but 002 features blacklight reactive plastic and 2 whole points of articulation. Now, 001, or I'm guessing just the first one, now it sold out in less than a day. So if you want this one, you better keep your eye on the God Beast store. And finally, the Four Horsemen. No. Arn, no. Flair, no. These Four Horsemen, the sculptors, that's right. They will be the focus of the Toypocalypse event at Toy Fair International this year. At this show, they will be selling extremely rare black and white versions of their new figure, Scarabus, Lord of the Resurrected. Now, some of you may be wondering, who is Scarabus? Well, Scarabus is one of the new prototypes the Four Horsemen showed on their website. Along with Scarabus, we also see Azazel, and Juarez. I went to Juarez once. Don't drink the water. It was not fun. But yes, I'm bad with names. So Azazel, and Juarez. New from the Four Horsemen, not the fourth. None of this, no beat downs. No, and don't play their entrance video. I can see your finger on the key. Don't you do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time. Back to you, Dan and Dave. So I says to Mabel, I believe the term is menage a trois. Oh, hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Newsdesk here at That New Toy Smell. Thanks for joining us again, and whether you like it or not, I'm your host, Dirt. Let's get into the news. First things, the Star Wars Vintage Wave 5 is apparently appearing in stores. We got a blurry Sasquatch-like photo of the figures, apparently from Orlando, Florida, courtesy of our friends at RebelScum.com. Now, the line includes Star Wars, A New Hope versions of Luke Skywalker, Han Solo, and R5-D4. You're my boy, R5, don't you forget it. And Empire Strikes Back version of the Stormtrooper, which is completely different from the Stormtrooper in any of the other movies. And Revenge of the Sith versions of Yoda, a clone trooper, which is possibly Commander Bly, and Commander Gree. So if you're looking for those vintage figures, just drive down to Florida, because apparently they have them there, and the rest of the world sucks. Now for your Masters of the Universe News Roundup. Oh, the intro. Alright, the intro kind of works there, guys. Good job on that one, but don't kill it like you did last time. Alright, Roboto will be getting re-released, this time with his shoulders correctly aligned. Now, if you remember, when Pixel Dan first saw the figure and did his very first video review, he immediately noticed that the shoulders were... Oh, wait. No, he didn't. He had to do a second video on Roboto because he didn't even notice. Because of Pixel Dan, Mattel has said you're not getting any sort of discount if you bought the first one. You're not getting any help on that because Pixel Dan didn't even spot it himself, and he's master of everything masters. And the master of masters, golf. So, Tuesday, January 18th was the first day of the new year, dubbed I Got My Heart Ripped Out by Maddie Collector Day, otherwise known as New Release Day. And Vicor, yes, Vicor, not Victor. Victor's a friend of mine, lives down the street. Let's not even talk about Victor. But Vicor sold out in a mere 3 minutes. One of the fastest selling out figures. Now, Mattel has come forward since then and said that was really only half the shipment that sold out in 3 minutes. There's another half coming later that you will not be able to buy because you will get the white screen of death again. But if we think that that's only half, then really the sellout it would have been like 6 minutes, and 6 minutes, that's a whole lot longer than 3 minutes. So that's totally understandable. Now, one thing to remember, though, is that no matter what you do, you're going to get the new CAPTCHA system when you try to check out. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with how a CAPTCHA works, is they actually type out 2 words, then while the ink is still wet, they take their thumb, lick it, rub it across the letters so you can't possibly tell what it says, and then have you type in those words. It's like a game show, except if you win, you get to purchase the products you would like to buy and give them money for. Now, we thought we would try to decipher some of these CAPTCHAs here on the show, just to give you an idea of what it's like to go through this whole process. So, let's go ahead and check out the first CAPTCHA here. I think this says Blueberry Jefferson, which, by the way, was a great movie in the 70s. Big ex-football player fighting on the streets, keeping it real for his homies. I don't remember. Blueberry Jefferson, yeah, good one. All right, let's go to the next one. Hassan Pfeffer, I don't know. Just go to the next one. Oh, white screen of death. Should have seen that coming. Just go ahead and hit refresh and throw. I know you're not supposed to when you have the white screen of death, but just hit refresh and let's see if we can get another one. Okay, that's the word umlaut, and every letter has umlauts on them. I don't think I could. I can't type that. How is that even supposed? Just go to the next one. And here we have the word Gryffindor from Harry Potter, followed by something written in Korean. I don't even know how. I don't have Korean on. Let's go to the next. Oh, white screen of death again. That's 2 whammies. If we hit 3 whammies, we're out. We don't go to the bonus round, and we don't get to buy our toys. All right, let's try. Throw up another one. Okay, those are the hieroglyphics from Lost. Okay, guys, this is getting out of control with this stuff. I know you say that this is supposed to stop the bots and keep them from ruining the day for everyone else and get rid of the white screen of death. But obviously, we're still getting the white screen of death. So you're going to have to do something else. I almost hate to do this, but let's try just one more and let's see what we can do. Dear Dirt, I know that we have been friends for a long time, and I think that's how we should keep our relationship. Oh, come on! This is the breakup letter I got from Susie Jenkins in the 8th grade, and you're using that. This is so unfair. The CAPTCHA system has got to go. It obviously doesn't work, and it's breaking my heart, guys. And I don't think I can. We're going to have to cut the news desk off at this point, because those. Back to you, Dave and Dan. time I'm going to tell you if that coffee's not... Oh, hello, everybody. How we doing? And welcome back to the Newsdesk here at That New Toy Smell. Whether you like it or not, I'm your host, Dirt, and let's get into the toy news. Starting out, we had rumors abounding this week about new G.I. Joe, The Pursuit of Cobra figures. These figures were announced to select retailers as reported on Toy News International. The list of figures included Blowtorch, General Hawk, Steel Brigade Trooper, Cobra Trooper, Cobra Commander, and the Jungle Battle Android Trooper, or BAT. Now, photos of the BAT appeared on the Japanese site Actoys.com, thanks to the user KDouche2000. And I'm being told that may not be his actual name, or how you pronounce that, but there, KDouche. Oh, okay, my mistake. Anyway. Now, T&I was quick to point out that this is not confirmation. This is not confirmation, Dave!
Confirmation is confirmed!
This is not confirmation that these figures are expected at retail. But we are expecting more news this year at Toy Fair International in New York City. Next month. Next month, Dave!
Hit your stores now! Avoid the rush!
Now, following up on last week's Blurry Star Wars photos, this week we got Blurry Thundercats photos. This was thanks to Thundercats Lair. This line is from Bandai and is apparently based off a new animated series that's in the works. Now, this is all speculation, and we'd like to show you these pictures, but unfortunately, Bandai had asked for no photos at this event. So we're a little unsure about the legality of showing these photos. But if you know how to use Google for yourself, you'll probably be able to find them. But since we can't show you those photos, here's a picture of a candy tree drawn by my son. He used stickers for the candy. It's nice. Now, my friend Victor called to let me know that Vicor went back on sale at MattyCollector.com, and he remained on sale for over 24 hours. Now, this may be because they didn't tell anybody he was on sale. You just had to kind of show up and see that he was there. So this probably allowed a greater number of people to get the CAPTCHA and type in Sling Bob Arknuts on accident, trying to figure out that the word they're IDing is Springfield, Arkansas. But as you can see, Springfield, Arkansas, Sling Bob Arknuts, it's very similar and it's completely understandable. Also, we got some sad news this week. Toy Fair and Wizard Magazine are both going out of print. Now, Wizard announced that they will be focusing on a new online digital version of the magazine, as well as continuing to work on the Wizard World conventions around the country. Comic Book Resources followed up by saying that the current issue on stands is the final issue. So if you see that Green Lantern movie cover, you might want to grab it because it might actually be worth... Well, I don't know what it'll be worth because the price guide in Wizard is not going to be there. But, folks, I know that this is sad. We look at things like magazines and toy lines, and we gauge our happiness based on when they're being released, how often they're being released, how many figures are out there, and whether or not they continue. I know that Pixel Dan was damn near suicidal when the 2000X line of He-Man got canceled, and it was even worse when New Adventures of He-Man went away, because that one was pretty crappy, and they canceled it anyway after giving him hopes of new He-Man toys. So I know it's going to be hard for some of you to get over the fact that something you enjoyed is going to... Hello, wait, what? I'm getting breaking news. This just said something about the Green Lantern movie. A Green Lantern... The Toys R Us exclusive Green Lantern movie figure you see here, the one that looks like an Infinite Heroes figure that came with the collectible ring that I actually ordered here on the show a couple weeks ago, has been canceled. What do you mean it's been... Production problems, my ass! I want that figure! That's the return of Infinite... I want that toy! We're done! This is over! Someone's gonna pay! Back to you, Dan and Dave. Well, maybe I'll just get my own meat thermometer instead. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Newsdesk here at That New Toy Smell. You know, we could start with something else, some other news that's happened around the toy world, but why bother? You guys want it, So I'm going to let you have it. Thundercats! That's right, folks. Oh! An avalanche of Thundercats news has come out this last week. If you watched the Newsdesk last week, you saw the blurry photos we talked about. And, well, this week they just went ahead and confirmed everything. So, let's take a look at some of the stuff coming out. First, Bandai. They have 4-inch basic figures. Lion-O, Tigra, Panthro, Chitara, Willy Kit and Willy Cat, and Mumra, who they are quick to point out in parentheses is a mummy. So I'm guessing it's the wrapped up version and not the cool looking one. Now we do get 4-inch deluxe figures, and what makes the difference with the deluxe and the regular figures is apparently they come with figure stands. So that's going to make it worth an extra $3 to $4 on your part, most likely. But the 4-inch deluxe figures will be Lion-O, Tigra, Mumra, not Mummy, they point out, and Groon. Because when you think Thundercats figures, you think, boy, I really got to have that Groon. We also will get accessories. We've got a bike with Tigra and LEDs. We got a bike with Lion-O and a drill. Because, of course, if you're going to have a motorcycle, you're going to put a drill on it. We got a lizard cannon with slithe and a missile launching feature. So this whole missile launching thing, it's back. And there's a thunder tank that comes with the Snarf figure in the 4-inch scale. And it's also designed to activate the magnetic Thundercats ho sound effects. That's how it's written. Ho. They didn't write ho. They wrote ho. There's also a Tower of Omens playset, which I must say, if you buy nothing else from this line, you will be forced to buy this. Only because the awesomeness of it will smack you across the face, take your money, and put itself in your car regardless. So just go ahead and plan for it. Now, once you get past the 4-inch line, there will be a 6-inch collector's figures line with Lion-O, Panthro, and Mumra. So if you want some figures that are just a little bit bigger than the other figures, but not as many figures to choose from, those are the figures you'll go for. There's also an 8-inch classic series based on the original series. There's a Lion-O with a very long Sword of Omens. There's Lion-O with a short Sword of Omens. There's Tigra. And plus, we've seen all sorts of little, like, random toy accessories. There's a small Sword of Omens, a big Sword of Omens. There's a few other things that Big Bag Toy Store had to pull the pictures off of their site before we could write them down or steal them to show you. So, unfortunately, we won't get into all that, but maybe if you use the Internet Archive or you go to the right message board, perhaps, maybe you could still find some of that information. And then, not to let Bandai have all the fun, Mezco decided, well, you know what? We'll do a 14-inch mega scale Lion-O with 7 points of articulation. Check him out. And, you know, it just seems like for years, people wanted Thundercats toys and they wouldn't let us have them. And now they said, you know what? We're going to let you have it. And boy, are they letting us have it. And one other thing, Dan, if you're going to do that whole Thundercats ho thing, make sure it sounds like ho! Not like Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Ho! Hey, tough guy. Now, for the rest of you who don't care about Thundercats, and you. Okay, for those two. We do have some other news. We have some Green Lantern movie figures. We have a Movie Masters Abensur. So if you were wondering what he looked like in that scale, well, now you know. There's also some pictures of Green Lantern's HeroClix that are coming out for all 5 of you who still play HeroClix. How wonderful. And finally, 3 3/4-inch Infinite Hero style Hal Jordan figures! Apparently they're doing about 300,000 different Hal Jordans in this Infinite Hero style. So, I mean, hey, I'm more than happy with that because, yeah. So, that's the news. Most of the big news coming around this week. I mean, there's some other stuff we could talk about, but I mean, let's face it. Everybody just wants what kind of news? Thundercats! Ho! Thundercats! Yeah. All right, folks. Well, in other news, we do have a video review for you tonight. Flava Dave is going to be taking a look at Wave 1 and 2 of the Simpsons figures. So let's go ahead and roll that video now.